Hi, Rishab. How are you doing?
Hi, sir. I'm doing great.
First of all, congratulations to you for converting IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta,
Thank you.
SPJAIN, XLRI, SIBM.
Thank you.
Wow, so that's a huge list. I'm really happy about this. So, well, we can start with first of all, tell me that what do you think is the most important or the most difficult task when you are doing a job and preparing for CAT at the same time? So, what was the difficulties that you faced?
Actually, I started preparing for CAT during my job, but then I felt it very hectic, and uh, and actually I quit my job when I wanted to full-fledgedly, dedicate it for CAT. So I quit my job on June 30th, and I started like prep for CAT freshly from July 1st. And I joined iQuanta's last batch. So I think for me, I had a hectic job also, so I could not give enough time for CAT preparation.
A lot of
So
people who will be watching
yeah,
this would be kind of, they might be working professionals. So
yes,
for them, I think they'll be having this query. What kind of job were you into? What is your role, the job responsibilities?
yeah. So I was a software developer. So mostly I'll be looking into the bugs and tickets that were produced there. So yeah, for people who are working currently and preparing for CAT simultaneously, I think time management is very essential. You cannot just give a lot of preference to job and a lot of preference to CAT. You have to know to balance both things together simultaneously. And if you have a stipulated perfect strategy and a schedule that you follow, I think it'll help in the long run to crack CAT.
Great. What was your CAT percentile?
So I scored a 99.63 overall percentile
Okay.
with my
Yes.
sectionals were I scored 86 in DILR and 99.4 in quants and 99.8 in VARC.
Well, so this gives a picture that even if someone scores a bit
Yes.
less in one section, so they can accommodate or kind of balance it out while the other two sections.
Yeah.
But of course, you'll be requiring more than 85 percentile in at least in all these sections to get a call.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay, that will be great. And which all B schools have you converted? Like I know a few of them, but there might be more.
Yeah.
You might be in the
So for
waiting for it.
Ahmedabad, I have a waiting list of 14 currently, and every other I have converted. So Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore, Kozhikode, and then non-IMs like SPJAIN, SIBM, XLRI, I have converted.
Nice. So which one would you like to go to?
Yeah, so I have decided that I'll be joining IIM Bangalore.
I am Bangalore.
Yeah.
Any specific reasons for that?
So I personally wanted to explore consulting, and Bangalore is definitely the best place to be for consulting.
Great, great. And first thing first, if I go to the foundation stage, so why did you choose MBA as a career option, like the management, basically?
Yes. So yeah, I was working a normal engineer's job, right? So I used to think that okay, if we want to progress in life, right? So I need to be part of the decision making team. So because I used to not understand half the decisions that I used to do, half the tasks, why I am doing those tasks, things like that. So I think, and I could see the role that MBA has helped in my manager's daily duties, right? So she's my manager. She used to understand how all the things work, like the finance of a product, and who all are the other members which the project is affecting, and she's able to see the whole picture for a project. I think I wanted to. I was aspired actually by them, and I think I wanted to be that. I wanted to be the person who takes decisions, who is in power and makes the proper decisions for the company.
So basically, in your organization, your seniors kind of, I won't say directly motivated, but somehow they impressed you so that you can
Yeah, definitely.
kind of same or
Yeah.
maybe more than them. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
When did you start preparing for MBA full-fledgedly?
So full-fledgedly, exactly, I started on July 1st. So I had like 5 months, 4.5 to 5 months left, and I thought, yes, now I have to full-fledgedly start preparing for it.
That somehow means that people who think that 5 months is not enough for CAT, they can also do it.
Yeah, definitely you can do it.
Give me an insight into your academic profile from the 10th, 12th, and
Yeah, so I was always a good performer in academically. So in my 10th, I got 10 CGPA, and in 12th, I got 96 percentage. And in I did my BTech in computer science from NIT Trichy, and there I scored 8 CGPA. So yeah, overall, my quants was very strong when I was starting for preparation, because I come from this engineering background. So I had a lot of work to do for VARC and DLR.
okay, what are resources did you use for preparing for CAT?
So the like July 1st, I sat down on my internet and was like searching, okay, what is the best material for CAT preparation? And I saw a lot of blogs, and I read that iQuanta's last batch is going to start soon. So I thought I asked a few friends also, a few of my seniors, and they gave really good reviews for iQuanta. So I decided, okay, I would join iQuanta, since it's a fresh batch that's starting, and that will really help me revise all my concepts. So that was my first step. I joined iQuanta, and then what I did was I had to brush up all my maths quants portions. So in iQuanta's portal, there were already videos uploaded for all the subjects. So I took like 1.5 to 2 weeks to go through everything, and then I started my mocks.
So you completed all the conceptual videos in 1.5 weeks.
Yeah, the videos that were there in iQuanta's portal, so
Okay.
that I completed in 1.5 weeks.
That was for the brushing up the basics.
Yeah, brushing up the basics.
If someone can start, if someone wants to start preparing for CAT, so he or she can basically brush up the basics by going through that videos, right?
Yes, definitely.
All right. And you must have kind of faced some hurdles initially. Like the job was one, which you told me that you kind of quit it, but the other hurdles, apart from that, psychological or maybe time based or whatever.
Yeah, so for me, always VARC was a hurdle. So during my mocks, I used to get really good marks in quants and DILR, and then this was one VARC that would drag the whole score down. My overall percentile would come to 80, because my VARC percentile was like 30 or 40. So that was very demotivating for me, and I wanted a solution for that, because that was my game changer. So I almost took like 1 week fully. I did a marathon of VARC, RCs, and grammar. And then I saw the change, that okay, slowly my marks are improving. Another thing is that nothing happens suddenly, right? So it was a process. So you need not get bogged down because you're getting low scores on mocks. And I understood that, because I had a lot of help from my seniors and my faculty, that they told that okay, mock scores will be less, but you need not worry, you'll improve. So that confidence I had in myself, and slowly I could see that VRC score also improved pretty good.
Right. So I think the first thing is acceptance that you don't know, and then only
Yeah,
you will
exactly.
start knowing. Okay. So how did iQuanta actually, help you in for the entire CAT and also for the section that were vegan? So what was it actually apart from the videos and the classes that were happening?
Okay, so I would say that every day when I woke up, after doing my daily course, the first thing that I would look into is the iQuanta's doubt portal. We have doubt group in Facebook, and people, all the community asks really good doubts there. And the most important thing is that I was able to find so many solutions to the same problem. I was finding newer ways to solve the same question, and it was really amazing. The community for iQuanta is like the best. So that way, iQuanta really helped me. Other than that, the classes used to happen at night, so I had the full day for my preparation. So and night time was like okay, solid 2 to 3 hours. Give it for attend the lectures and solve the class questions. And even the last batch was very competitive, and the peer competition actually helped me perform way better also.
Okay, there is a concept of dual pedagogy, like one happens in the live class, the conceptual class, then there is an application class in the midnight,
Yes.
which runs till midnight. So, how does this concept, like you have, let's say you are ready at 7 to start studying until 12
Hmm.
midnight, in between you have a 1 hour break for dinner. So, how does that help, and does it help?
Yes, actually both are important. The live classes and the theory class that was held, both were really important, because in live classes what you we would to see is how the faculty is able to solve that question and approach to the question. So
Hmm.
because when we are solving a new kind of questions, we don't know like how to think for that and how to start approaching that. I think the live classes really help to do. We were especially for DILR, because a lot of thinking happens there, and Sajan sir did a really great job there.
Right.
So I think that really helped. And in the night we used to have the theory class, and the practice there was really super fast and super quality questions.
Um, when we were preparing for CAT, how was your day, like the one day in CAT journey? So how was it like?
Okay, so as I told you, my day would start with solving all the doubt groups. So every day, like 50 to 60 new doubt questions would come there. I would sit and solve every doubt question that was there. If any answers were not already updated, then I would also share my answers with them. Then I would go through all the previous classes that was held yesterday night, and those notes I would revise again. And then I will start my preparation. So if I had done a mock like a day before, I would start analyzing that. And if at all, or if the mock was already analyzed, I would start a fresh mock.
Okay. Apart from that, like, did you have some kind of fixed sleeping hours? There's a time you will sleep. Any kind of physical exercise or mental challenges? The
Yes,
individual.
I think physical and mental fitness is really important in the preparation for CAT. I used to sleep sharply at 12:30 to 1. As soon as the last class ends for iQuanta, immediately after solving every question, I would just go to sleep. I would wake up at 5:36 again, and then go for a small exercise. I would go around my place and go for a jog and come back, and then do my household chores, and then again start at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I would start my preparation again.
Yeah, so it is very important to keep yourself mentally and psychologically healthy because the
Yes,
pressure can
yes.
actually get to you. Okay, okay. So you talked about the mocks and the analysis. How was the performance in the mocks?
Okay, it was very varying. One thing, it was very varying. It was very hard to analyze at first. Initially, I used to score like 60% in one mock, and then suddenly 90% in one mock. Again, back to 70. It was very fluctuating. So to get that stability itself, I think it took like 20 mocks for me. And
Mhm.
once I got the stability, I could actually start analyzing. Okay, where are the things that I'm going wrong, and then how to maybe change my approach a little bit. So every mock, I would already have a predetermined strategy on how I'm going to attend that, and I would stick to that no matter what happens. I would just stick to that and go through the mock completely, and then later on I would sit and analyze. Okay, I could have done this better. Maybe I should not have solved this question. All those things I would do later. And after every mock, I'll also make sure that every question in that mock is solved by me.
Okay,
I'll
how
make
much
sure that I know the
time did
answer
it
to it.
take to analyze one single mock?
So I used to take like 1 day to 2 days. So 2 days fully. So not fully. I would like take hours. If I want to talk in hours, then it will take like 7 to 8 hours for analyzing a mock
7 to 8
completely.
hours. Okay.
Yeah.
My back in my time, I also did the same kind of 7 to 8 hours. Well, so what, according to you, are the three most important things that a cat aspirant must keep in mind?
Okay. Okay, three important things. One thing is that it is not impossible. Many people who are maybe not from engineering background have this preconceived notion that okay, maybe it is way easier for the engineers. What are we going to do? That thing is not true. It's quant might be easier, but you guys can crack it in VARC and DILR, and even quant is not very hard. You can solve it. So first thing is nothing is impossible. If you have the dedication and practice, you will definitely solve it. And then is time management, because time is very less, and the main aspect of CAT itself is time management. You have to do time management on the day of the exam. So having to understand the concept of time management throughout your preparation is very essential to crack CAT. That is there. And third one is just practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better you get.
Yes, so nothing can beat hard work. That is the most
Definitely.
important thing. Okay, there is one kind of, I would say it's a misconception which runs through the entire community of CAT. People think that there are always, shortcut techniques and tricks and tips, and they focus more on it. And I somehow feel, being into mentorship for so many years, that people do not pay attention to logic, that where the trick has come from, and they are basically concerned about just learn the tricks. And so, from an aspirant point of view, what do you think? Like, why, how important it is to just learn the tricks, and how should one go about it?
I think after having cracked CAT, what I feel is basics never fail. So one must have your basics very strong. Small tricks and tips really help, that you should know them, but you must understand the basics and how the conceptually works. Because on the day of the CAT, they are going to ask a bunch of fresh new questions. You might not have seen them at all. So those tricks might not even come in handy at that time. But if you know the basic and if you know the concept well, then you will be able to solve that question. You don't need that special formula to solve that question. You will be able to derive it on the spot, and you will be able to solve the question. So basics is very important.
Right. Oh, okay. Apart from CAT, there are other management endurance tests. So, how important are they in terms of getting a good college? And apart from that, what is the fundamental difference in preparing for them while preparing for CAT simultaneously?
Okay. So you already saw my score in DLR. It is very less, right? It's 86. So after giving my CAT, I was really scared that maybe I might not clear the cutoff for DLR. So I was like, okay, I have to start preparing for the other management tests really hard. There are many tests like SAT, there is SAT, there is SNAP, there is NMAT exam. All these institutes are also very prestigious in India, and they offer almost at par to IIMs. Their courses are at par, and preparing for them, every exam is slightly different. For quant and English, your concepts might be same, your basics might be same, but the questions they frame might be different. For example, in XAT exam, they will ask different type of questions like decision making.
Hmm.
So you need a separate preparation for that. And then in NMAT exam, they will ask you vocabulary based questions in English, and match the following. Those kind of different patterns of questions will be there. So if your CAT preparation basics is strong, so if you're not targeting that type of question, but you're actually understanding the concepts, then I think every exam should be easy for you, because CAT is really high level.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
so but if you are just targeting for other OMAT exams, then iQuanta also provides a lot of mock tests, particularly catered to those exams. So one must go through them also. So you need dedicated practice for that also.
Okay, so let's say there are 100 units of time through which preparing for your MBA entrance. So out of them, how many should be dedicated to OMITs and how many should be dedicated to CAT?
I think okay. So one thing to note here is that OMATs mostly happen after CAT. So if one is mainly focusing on CAT, I think you have to give 90 units to CAT at least before until CAT is there. You
Right.
have to give either 90, 95 to CAT.
Mhm.
After CAT, as soon as CAT ends, you should start for OMATs practice. You need a lot of general knowledge for a few of them as well. So that you have to start afresh. Yeah.
So, Rishabh, when the D-Day came, when you actually, went to write your CAT exam, you might be feeling jitters. I don't know if you felt that, but if you felt, then how did you overcome that?
Yes, definitely. Actually, I was very nervous. Even my computer was very old system. I was just I could not stop the anxiety that I was having, and I was like, okay, let's just go through it. I started with VARC, and VARC was actually very good for me. So that actually gave me the confidence to go about. Then came DILR, and it was a bombshell for me. They had changed the pattern slightly, and in my set they did not have a pure DI set, which was if I had a DI set, that was where I would start my DLR usually. So my strategy totally collapsed there, and I was not able to solve one set fully. So I really panicked there. What I just did was I took 1 minute breather. Okay, this section should not affect my quant, because my quant is my strength. This should not affect. So before ending my DLR, I took a 1 minute breather. Before starting my quant, I took a 1 minute breather. I just meditated. Okay, let's start quant freshly and forget about what has happened. And then again, I did good in my quants. So I think even though one section failed really bad, the other two sections really helped me boost my overall percentile.
Wow, that's great. Okay, after the CAT, that comes the real selection, that is the GDPI VAT stage. Of course, they don't have GD in IIMs, the PI and VAT stage, the
Yeah.
second stage basically. So, what can you give a brief idea of what kind of questions were asked and how to prepare for that?
Okay. So basically, whenever you are, being selected for a GDP round, it means that, okay, you are academically sound. They like you. So they are just trying to see whether, okay, you are the manager that you can be. So they are going to test you. They are going to pressurize you. They might put you in a stress situation, or they might actually find out why you are trying to do MBA. So this why MBA question is almost asked by every interview panel, and that is a very main core of the interview. If you're able to answer that question properly, then you might have your interview might end well. But if you're not able to answer that question properly, then definitely you're not going to get selected.
So basically, they will take the cues from your answers and then they will ask questions accordingly. That is what you want to say.
Yes.
Okay, and which panel was the most stressing?
I think XLRI's panel was very stressing. The interview got over in 10 minutes, but they just short questions. They did not wait for me to think, and it was a very stress interview.
And which was the one most lively, most easygoing?
I think IIM Calcutta was really. I enjoyed the whole process of IIM Calcutta. Uh, it was. I was the last in the panel, and even I think they got bored and they got tired, and they started the interview by asking me to sing. So I was like, "What is happening?" Okay, it was really icebreaker there, and then the interview went really smoothly there.
Okay, so before ending this, I would like you to give a kind of feedback for the entire pedagogy, the entire methodology of iQuanta, so that the students, your juniors, basically, they can actually get to know that what exactly we are doing, the company and the people who are associated with it, the students and the mentors and everyone.
Yes. So first of all, hats off to iQuanta team. You, Sajan sir and Jeet sir. I think you are the core that iQuanta forms, and with all the other faculties as well. In iQuanta, I never felt that if I have to wait for any problem. If I have any problem, I'm just going to post it in the group and it's going to get solved in like 10-15 minutes. So what it gave me is confidence. So I never felt alone throughout the process. I know that I have a whole community with me, and the teachers are really supportive. That really helps in iQuanta. And for the students who are preparing for CAT, what I would say is have faith in the process, go through it, never lose hope, and do a lot of hard work, because everybody else is doing. If you're not doing, then you're just going to lose out. So do a lot of hard work, believe in the process, and I think success will definitely knock you down.
Okay, I'm being a mentor of yours. I'm really very happy and excited, and I wish you all the best for your coming life.
Thank you, sir.
We'll keep in touch. So whatever if you feel that you need our support, anyway in your journey, even you're doing MBA or after that, so we are already there, just one phone call away. Take care, Rishab. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Bye bye.
Bye bye.